Hello, everyone. My name is Evelyn Hurtado, and I'm super excited, humbled, honored to be here with you today. And a little surprised. Surprised because, as the daughter of Mexican immigrants, I never envisioned a career in data science or the broader tech scene at all. I actually struggled with my education. I had a very non-linear path, and I'd like to share a little bit about that with you today. I was an honor student growing up from about first grade to middle school. And this was really important to me because I loved learning and I was a very passionate learner. When I started kindergarten, I didn't speak English and it was a very confusing and scary time. And so when I grasped and acquired the ability to speak and work in English and excel in my studies, I really fell in love with that process. It made me feel very seen and affirmed. And I was very excited to do well, and it made me feel really good to participate in my learning environment. And I related a lot to Hermione from Harry Potter. I loved how smart she was. I loved how she knew all of the answers, and I wanted to be just like her. I even had the crazy frizzy hair when I was younger. But in middle school, I started getting bullied because of this like very outward like energy towards my studies. And so I thought maybe if I didn't do as well, maybe the bullying would stop. So I started to fail my exams on purpose. And eventually I fell behind and I got lost and I couldn't catch up even when I wanted to. And looking back, what makes me the most upset is that had my teacher maybe paid more attention to me, she would have realized that I was solving the problems correctly. I was just adding a random final answer at the end. And she should have questioned why an honor student was failing math all of a sudden. And I just never was the same after that because I was sent to a continuation school afterwards for poor performing students. And I didn't feel like Hermione anymore. I didn't love learning. In fact, I feigned disinterest in order to cope because I was just so ashamed of doing so poorly and being sent to a continuation school. It took me a while to get the courage to attend community college. I took a year off. And it took me 6 years to complete community college. Initially, I did very poorly, and I needed to retake a lot of the classes in order to transfer to university, which I did. I got my GPA from 1.87 to 3.8, and I transferred. It took me 3 years to complete university. I received 2 degrees. I have since graduated, and even though I have made forward moves in my education, in my career life, I still feel like I'm not quite where I need to be to take care of my mom, take care of my family the way that I need to. My dad left when I was 16, so it really falls on me to take care of my mom in retirement. It falls on me to buy my mom a house. Right now, all of us have very insecure housing. I live in a room in a house that I rent. My mom rents a room out of a house in another county. So does my brother, so does my sister. And so I envisioned myself buying them a house maybe 10, 20 years from now. Method unknown how, but I knew I just needed to, which is really unrealistic with my current salary. I make $40,000 a year, and that's barely enough to cover my own living expenses in Los Angeles, much less being able to take care of my family. Which is why I'm so thankful for DS4A. DS4A has been so incredibly intentional in the recruiting practices and making sure that people from diverse backgrounds and marginalized backgrounds have a chance at the jobs of tomorrow, have a seat at the table, and are able to learn the skills needed to succeed in these jobs. I'm grateful that they are aware of like systemic injustices. They are aware that sometimes all someone needs is someone to take a chance on them. Anybody could have seen my educational records and said that I went to continuation school, I went to a community college, I had a poor GPA in community college, I barely graduated, and yet I'm here. I didn't do it alone. I had a lot of help from my team members. I had a lot of help from other friends that I'd made within the program who got together with me and helped me in revising, and we went over lessons and we had review sessions. And it definitely was hard. All of us have sacrificed a lot to be here and to do the work. But thanks to DS4A's idealistic, ambitious reasons to have this program, I am here. Thank you for the chance to be a part of this cohort. DS4A has not only given me the skills, the knowledge, the tools, the confidence, and to pursue a job in data science, but you've also revolutionized my life. You've changed my life completely. I can now envision buying my mom a house much sooner than I anticipated. I'm looking at jobs that I would be applying to, and I'm freaking out over the earning potential. I remember being in a public policy lecture and my professor saying that an individual more or less earns around the same as their parents. And I remember thinking this was completely unbased, like not true, because I know that I would be making more than my parents, even if I got like an entry-level job after graduating from college, because they're living at the poverty line. I'm definitely gonna be making more than that. And he was saying that I was the exception because I'm a first-gen student. But now, thanks to DS4A and the skills that I am learning and honing, I'm not only surpassing that statistic, I'm exponentially shattering that statistic, and I'm able to make a meaningful and precious contribution to my family. And I'm just so incredibly thankful for everything that has been made possible because of DS4A. I feel like Hermione again. I am in love with learning again. I am excited for what comes next. I'm excited to be a part of Annapolis for One that starts at the end of this month, and just so thankful and grateful for everything that I have done since applying to this program, for everyone who was a part of DS4A and their tireless service and believing that giving tools and skills to people from marginalized backgrounds is important and matters, because it does. You have completely changed my life for the better, and I cannot thank you enough. So I hope that me sharing a little bit about my experiences sheds light and expresses just how grateful I am and how much you've impacted me for the better. Alhamdulillah for everything. Thank you so much for everyone, all of the fellows. Congratulations once again. I'm so excited to see where all of us are in a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Thank you. Have a good one.